Hey everyone, it's Lizzie. Welcome back to my channel. We are checking in our budget to see where we're standing with remaining on track with our finances. So it is the end of the week and let's just go ahead and just add everything up to see how well we're doing. So this is the third week that we are going to be checking in, and this is tracking from the 13th through the 19th. And there's a couple of things that we did receive. So we got a gift card for a restaurant, and well, it wasn't a restaurant, it was Grubhub that we got a gift card, and we went ahead and we used that. So I made sure to mark that. But let's just go ahead and just check off and see how we're doing. So there's a couple of things that I know that we have to do better. It's something I feel like it's a recurring obstacle. Well, it's not an obstacle, but it's just something that we just fall into a habit of, you know, not cooking and just being tempted to just eat out. But that's part of life. If any of you can feel that, understand where I'm coming from, let me know, like, how is it that you cope with, you know, being tempted to eat out and stuff. So anyways, let's just go ahead and just total everything up. And I'm going to start off with the eating out and see, you know, how that is going. So eating out based on the key is this like light like tan color. So anything that is that like brownish color, we're gonna total up. So I see one right here on the 15th, 22.66 was the total. I'm just gonna check that off. Grubhub, as I mentioned, we had a gift card and we used it, so we spent the $50. And then we're also tracking on the 19th, and we went to Chili's, and that was $26.18. So yeah, that was kind of unbudgeted, but we had received like a decent amount of like extra funds, so we used it. Even though it wasn't budgeted for, we used it. We spent and we went over budget already for what was set for the month, which, you know, it's that stuff happens. So the total that we spent on eating out was $98.84. A whole lot, I have to say. So let me just look a couple of things over, make sure I didn't miss anything. So yes, we spent $98, but 50 of it we did have a gift card, so that was technically free. So we were already over budget a few cents. So we were over 22 cents. And then if we subtract the $98.84 and add back in the $50, we are over budget for our monthly like bare bones, $49.06. But as I mentioned, I kind of knew we were going to be over budget for the month, just because we're on a variable income and we just average things out. So that's okay in my book. Like we could do better, but we're okay. Anywho, let's move on to the next category, which is sinking funds and then gas. So looking through our budget, I see that we did put gas in just once. So we spent $30 on gas. And I think that was it. No sinking funds was used. $30 is what we had spent. So we didn't spend anything for sinking funds. And when we subtract 80 from 30, we are left with $50 for our gas for the rest of the month. I think we're gonna do pretty good with that. Moving on to groceries. Groceries is all of the yellow. So we had spent $78 at Aldi. And then we went to Unidos here on the 19th, spent $9.98. Okay, so that's it for that tracking period. We spent $87.98 on groceries. So So we had the budget of $185.75. Subtract $87.98. So our budget remaining is $97.77. So I think we're doing pretty well when it comes to our groceries and being on track. Our monthly budget for grocery is $300, and that's for a family of 2. So I think that's pretty darn good. Now my spending is the dark pink. So I think maybe on camera you can't really tell this light pink color from the dark pink, but I did not do any personal spending for the tracking period. This is light pink, so that's the unbudgeted miscellaneous spending. So nothing for me, but let's go ahead and just total this light pink. So we have an $18.39 transaction here, plus a $19.49 Publix transaction over there. So unbudgeted was $37.88 that we spent, and we didn't spend anything for me. So my budget is still the $92 that is left. And for unbudgeted, I am going to just mark this in red since it was stuff that wasn't really planned for. I honestly don't even know what it was. Stuff just happens. So it's a little frustrating. So we don't do a budget because typically that comes from our cushion, our checking account cushion, and then carry down the number for the upcoming tracking period. So right off the bat, as we're carrying it down, we're over budget on our grocery by $49.06. We don't have a budget for sinking funds, so I'm gonna leave that blank. Gas, our remaining budget is $50 for the month. Groceries is the $97.77. And then my budget is still the $92. And we leave this blank. So overall, I think I'm just gonna give us grace when it comes to our spending and just looking through the week. You know, we had a couple of no spend days, which is great, but we have to be a little bit more disciplined when it comes to like our eating out. But we are using like gift cards, or I'm redeeming rewards when it comes to going to these restaurants or ordering food, things like that. And I think that that's okay. So overall, we're doing all right. We could be doing better. And I know that for certain, we will be on track with our grocery budget, which is a plus for us because we have gone over a little bit on our groceries in the past. So just the fact that we've been staying at home a lot more. Yes, we've been ordering like takeout a couple of days here and there, but in a general sense, we're doing better than where we were before. So progress is better than just focusing on perfection and really like wanting to stick to your boundaries, so to speak. So it's okay if sometimes you go over a little bit. I hate to say that, but give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. And this really allows you to see realistically what your true spending is. So for me, this calendar view has been eye-opening, just seeing how our spending looks like on a weekly basis this way. This is just me personally when it comes to like reviewing our budget and just seeing what are our trends, what are the things that we are typically doing on a weekly basis, how could we do better. So yeah, guys, I think, we have some red going on here. We're over budget on our eating out, as I knew we were going to be, but now I know that next month when we do sit down and we create our budget for September, which is going to be this upcoming week, we can look at what our spending was for this month and say, okay, well, you know what? We went over $50 for eating out. Let's bump up our eating out to maybe $40, or, don't do the full amount that you're over, because our goal is to save and to spend less, obviously. So maybe we can just tweak our budget for the upcoming month. And that's how we're going to be using this worksheet and with this checking in process for us to do better for the upcoming month, for us to do better for the upcoming week. So overall, I hope that this just encourages you to check in on your budget, give yourself grace, don't be so hard on yourself, because budgeting is meant for you to have freedom to spend, but do it in a realistic sense, if that makes sense. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video for me checking in on our budget. And yeah, just do budgeting in a simple way where you can stick to it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys right here in a brand new video. Bye guys.